Hello everyone, welcome back to another video about files, lovely files. Alright, so in the last video I basically showed how to grab some data from this read file text and put it into an array of characters, which grabbed each of the characters that are separated by the space. Now I'm going to show you how to do the opposite, how to be able to write to a file. So now that we have some data, we're going to be able to do something with it. I'm planning to try and rewrite this data backwards from our array into another file. So to go ahead and do that, I'm going to need another file to write to. So I'm going to go ahead, add new item, add a new text file here under utility, and we're going to go write file dot text. And so we can see now we have this other file called write file. I'm going to throw this guy over here with my read file. So now we have both our read file and we have our write file, which is blank. And you can see we have our main, read, and write file all here in Solution Explorer. And so over here in our Solution Explorer, File Explorer, under the projects, I have this project read from file. That's the project we are on. If we go ahead and open up our read from file, just project file folder right here, you can see right here we have both of those files, and we can actually go ahead and even open those as a text file, just like a notepad, and we can even change it from here, etc. I'm not dealing with that. I very much like to deal with it from within the editor, all in one place. That just kind of shows you that both of those guys are also in your computer, in your storage, in your memory, whatever. Can access it from there. Alright, so to get started, just like how we created an if stream input file, which creates the input file stream variable, now we're going to create a OF stream. I'm going to name it output file, and this guy creates a output file stream variable. So now with this guy, we're going to be able to output data basically to the file, write to the file. So now we are going to do similar things. So we have our output file now. Ooh, okay. Okay, just gotta spell correctly. And we also now have to open a file to write to. And again, good practice, go ahead and just close that guy at the end. So just like we open our file to read from, we are going to also open another file to write to. So maybe I can do a little write to file. And just do another thing up here. Read from file. Okay, and so now we've named this file write file.txt. So we're going to go ahead and do write file.txt. And so now we have opened our file to be able to write to it. So just like we have this check to make sure we open the right file, I'm going to go ahead and do that if output file means success, we have opened our file, error, so else return 0. We have not been able to open that error, no, just go ahead and return. So now that we have basically all of our data from our input file in this char array, we're going to go ahead and be able to use that to write to this file. So again, I'm going to start with the for loop, lovely for loop. That will help us access each element in our array. And actually, this is not what I'm going to do. Okay. So actually what I'm going to do here is this. So I'm going to try and write to this file backwards. So in our read file we have hello world. So what I'm going to try and do is write to our other file basically backwards. So DLOR, so I don't know how to say that backwards. But real quick, I'm going to go ahead and change my size. Alright, so hello world is actually size of 10, so we're just going to go ahead and change that to size 10. So now we're going to go through here is we're going to start from the last element. So we're going to start at element 10 and basically decrement all the way to 0. And hopefully I am setting this up right and we don't get any errors. And so now we're going to be doing a similar thing. And so we have output file, but now we are writing to the file, unlike here we're writing from file to our input. And we're going to do so input to our file. And that should hopefully do it. If we want to keep it spaced out like that, it's going to basically insert each character as it is. We can leave it like that. But it won't do spaces like we have in our input file. It will directly write just exactly what we're writing. So if we go ahead and start this guy up. Yes, okay. What happened there? Oh, I am very, very silly. Okay. Sorry, I just had to debug something. I wrote this for loop wrong, just like I thought I would. Alright, so now this should go ahead and work. Alright. And so basically this is just saying, since we have the file open, it wants to basically reload, so it displays the right data. Alright, so we can see right here in our array we have hello world. So now what we should be doing, I did forget one other thing. So remember, our size is 10. We can't access element 10 because that's going to be outside of our, or not element 10. We can't access with the subscript 10 because that would be outside the array, right? The last element in the array is 0 through 9. My apologies. I'm kind of doing this on the fly. But alright, so now we have I should equal to 9. So now we're at element I, we have D, and we're going to go ahead and write that to our file. And now we're at 8, so we're at element 8. We should be writing an L to our file. And now basically I'm just going to step through this guy, right? So, I is now 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lastly, 0. So once we hit 0, we should be leaving our loop. Cool. And so now we want to go ahead and reload this, and boom, look at that. We have successfully read data from our file here and rewritten it backwards. So just using some simple if statements for error checking and a simple for loop to loop through our array that's holding our data, we have now successfully read a file and successfully wrote a file. And I can quickly just show you this again from our file explorer. We can open up both these files, have hello world, and we have Loro Elo, I don't know how to say that. And that is essentially how to read and write, a basic way to read and write from files. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, see you next time.